Welcome to another day here in the village. Today I woke up feeling really energized, and I don't know if it's the fresh air or just being back here. We weren't around yesterday, so when we got back, I started washing clothes we had left here, the ones we use when we are around. As I was doing that, I thought I'd give you a little update on what's been going on here at the site. We have made progress, a few small wins, and some lessons too. And of course, later on, we had something delicious because what's a day in the village without good food? So let's get right into it. And it's a very beautiful day today. Actually, we came here very early in the morning. Yesterday, it actually rained, and today we were seated here in the car with my husband, just watching the sunrise. We recorded some few videos, and this place really looked so beautiful. So yesterday they had put some of the frames of the windows, not yet done. Work inside is still going on. I want to take you around and see how the house is looking after now. And I think that's it. Cynthia, baby.
Yes, so just show them the frame,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
later, maybe once it's a bit dry inside, then we'll show them inside.
Yeah, come with us.
Okay.
So you see the way it's wet?
Yeah, it really rained heavily.
So here they're trying to,
So here's a first frame.
yeah, the first frame and the first window. This is the sitting room window. And here, as I'm seeing, they're trying to put a drainage so that when it's raining, water can just flow
Into
out
the-
through the.
Uh-huh.
Then there is another window, another frame, another one they are fixing right now. This one was fixed yesterday. Then this side is the window. Just be careful. This ground is wet.
Yeah.
This window here. And then there is a frame here for the door. They put a frame. Can you put one for the frame for the door?
Hopefully, if they are enough.
Okay. And then this is the kitchen window. And then finally,
We have this one, but
yes.
this one is it will be a round one, so it has not been fixed yet.
So basically that's it for the frames. When the inside is dried, we'll take you inside and show you how it is. But now we'll just show you as how things are progressing around the compound and working in the house.
Okay.
Yeah. As the frames were being fixed, there were some spaces that were left around the frames. So that's what they were working on now. They're going around to all the frames that were already put up and filling in those gaps using the same fast mixture we started with. That's soil, water, and dry straws. This helps to farm everything up properly and make sure the walls will hold well. While they were busy with that, I decided to go check on the plants, and they are doing really well. I'll be giving you a full garden update soon with some of the new things we've added, how the veggies are coming along, and everything else that's happening over there. And while I was just walking around, I spotted this tiny guy. My husband told me it's called a dung beetle. Just out here doing its thing, rolling away like it knows exactly where it's going. He also told me they are called that because they collect animal dung, like from the cows that have been grazing around here, and roll it into little balls. But they actually bury those balls underground, either to eat it later or to use it as a nest for their babies. Honestly, nature has its own way of working, and it's kind of fascinating when you think about it. Remember when I told you I had started collecting stones, even though I had no idea where we were going to use them? Hey, well, fast forward to now, and guess what? We have found even more stones. So when we were digging this semicircle area to get soil for the build, the team reached a spot that was full of pure stone. At the time, we didn't need stones, so we just paused work there and moved on. But now that we are getting closer and closer to finishing, suddenly stones are exactly what we need. So today, one of the guys went back to that same spot and started digging them out again. Every few inches he will dig, boom, more stones. He kept setting them aside in the same pile where I had poured the other stones earlier. I was just standing there, watching and thinking, wow, look at how things come together. What we didn't need back then is exactly what is saving us now. At some point, I just had to laugh because it's like the ground itself had been waiting for the right time to give us what we needed. You dig a little, another stone pops up. Not even one stone, plenty of stones. It's like a hidden treasure chest. But instead of gold, you're finding building materials. And the way he was digging so carefully, setting each stone aside with care, you'll think he was harvesting something precious. But yes, it's something precious because we are not even spending a shilling for this. I really love this guy's energy. Every time they're working, there is always a story being told. It's either just small talk or full-blown village tales, jokes, sometimes even debates. You'll just hear laughter in the middle of work and wonder, now, who said what now? It makes everything feel alive. You can see they're actually enjoying what they're doing. And that good energy really rubs off on everyone around them. So today they were still working on some of the inner walls, doing the Maji Maji Vuruga. And for those who are new here, that's the mixture of just soil and water, and it's a bit watery, just as you can see in the video. Then they later come in with pure dry soil and kind of like throw it to the wall, and it sticks because the walls are wet. But let me tell you, the biggest challenge lately has been the weather. This rain has really been holding us back. Sometimes it rains overnight, and by morning, the walls are still wet. You can't apply the next layer on a wet wall. You have to wait for it to dry completely. Otherwise, everything just slips off. The real headache is inside the house. Ever since we finished the Makuchi roof, it's nice and cool in there, which is great. But now, the walls are taking forever to dry. Like you apply the mix, come back the next day, and it's still just sitting there damp like, not today. We really want to move fast and finish, but the walls have their own pace. But it's okay, we are moving pole pole, taking each day as it comes, and with all the laughter, stories, and teamwork, the delays don't feel too heavy. It's part of the process. On the bright side, we have found so many stones, which couldn't have come at a better time. We are finally about to start filling the floors. From the look of things, most of the hard work on the walls is behind us. So now we are shifting focus to the ground. The plan is to fill the floors with the stones first, then cover them with soil to level everything out. You see, the house is sitting on a slope, so we have to balance out those levels carefully, room by room. I am so relieved because in some rooms, the guys had even started digging way deeper than the original ground level. like in this room here. Sometimes they will be working late into the night, using whatever was there just to keep going. But now that you have got the stone sorted, things are finally aligning. You'll see how it all unfolds. It's one of those moments that remind me why patience and persistence always pay off. Earlier in the day, I started off with some laundry, just catching up on clothes that had been left from when we were away. It felt good to get that out of the way and begin the day fresh. And if you're watching us for the first time, welcome to our little online family. This is where I share my life through cooking, farming, and homesteading. We've been building this traditional home for a while now, and it's been such a beautiful journey. I would really love for you to check out the playlist I have created. It has all the videos from day one up to where we are now, showing every step, every win, and even the lessons along the way. Feel free to binge watch, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think. I would also love to hear where you're watching us from. Reading your messages make it all feel even more connected. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of these amazing videos. You're most welcome here. So work still continued inside the house, and by this point, we were down to the last two rooms. One had already been completed, and now all the attention was on the final one. I stood there just watching as they kept going, feeling the walls. Since these other guys were using the wheelbarrow, they had to exchange, and the other one working on the stones opted to carry them with a sack. I watched him carry one sack after another, pouring them into the room. It's funny how, in the beginning, you think stones are such a small part of the process, especially in mud houses. But now that we are here, I didn't know we would need that much, and we were just filling that hole that had been made by overdigging. The way they were doing it, it's not just about throwing the stones in a room and moving on. No, they are making sure everything is done properly. The smaller stones are being spread evenly, packed tightly together, and when they come across the really big ones, they don't leave them just sticking out. They actually take hammers and hit them into the ground to keep everything as flat and firm as possible. The goal is for the entire room to be filled with stones, and not just randomly, but all at the same level, completely, so that later, when soil is poured over it, we'll have a solid, strong, and well-leveled foundation. For me, this stage is emotional in a way, because when I look around, I can't help but think about where we started. When you see a house standing, you might admire it, but what you don't see is the sweat, the patience, and the trial and error behind it. The digging, the mixing, the lifting, none of it has been easy. It's like we're sealing in all the effort. Every long day, every wheelbarrow full of soil and stone, we are almost there. And just like that, our githeri was well boiled, soft, and ready to season it by preparing a flavorful base for it. We paired it with some creamy avocados, and that was the perfect way to end the day. I truly hope you enjoyed every bit of this video. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. I'll see you in the next one. Same place, same dream, just one step closer. Bye. We shall try again tomorrow.